This week we were trying to buy a car and something very interesting happened. We finally found the car we wanted at the price we wanted. The manager of that dealership called my husband and was like, "What time can you be here?" It was like 4 o'clock. It's like, great. So I was the one who got the Uber for us to go, and I just put the name of the dealership in there, not really thinking much about it. So when we get there, we're like, we want to talk to the manager. And we talked to the manager and he's like, "I didn't talk to anyone over the phone today." And we're really confused at this point. We talked to the sales representative, who, by the way, we had actually had been to this dealership before, like a month ago, and we test drove that specific car. And he brings up the car, we talk to him. While we're talking to him, the manager calls. And so because we're confused, my husband just puts the manager over the phone with this guy. And through that conversation, we realized this dealership has 2 branches, and we had come to the other branch. So the sales guy's like, "Don't worry about it. I'll give you the same car with the same price you guys had agreed with." So it didn't really make a difference for us, and neither for the dealership where we would get the car, because it was the same place essentially. And so we ended up buying the car from there, except the only difference it made was for the sales guy, he got the commission. Now, what I found very interesting is that guy didn't do anything. He just essentially was there. And we ended up going there by mistake and getting the car from him. It was his risk to get that commission that day. And I just find this very inspiring and helpful to know that there's certain risks out there that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has willed for you, regardless of what you do and you don't do. It will reach you regardless of what happens. And there are certain types of risk where you do have to strive for. If you don't strive for it, it won't get to you. So understanding this and comprehending it brings this sense of peace and calmness to us, because we know that the end result, after we've done everything we could, we strived, is with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and that He's the best of planners. If He does give us something or doesn't give us something, it is in our best interest. So when it comes to marriage, when it comes to money, when it comes to wealth, when it comes to knowledge, when it comes to degrees, it's in His hands. And when we know that, we can become content with the grades we get, with the money we get, with the things we have in our life. If we're married, if we're not married, if we have kids, we don't have kids. When we've done everything we can and we leave the results with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it brings a sense of peace. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you with that peace by reflecting on this aspect of rizq.